Paris, November 14, 2020. The days after that private reception were a complete blur. I went back to my usual duties at the LEC Palace, but absolutely nothing felt the same. The quiet halls now seemed to echo with his voice. My colleagues, who barely noticed me before, now stared with curiosity, even suspicion. Whispers followed me everywhere. I wasn't just the Senegalese under Madame Vidal anymore. I was the girl the president spoke to. Even my boss, Claire Vidal, started treating me differently. She was still professional, but there was this new flicker of interest in her eyes, almost like she was studying me. Suddenly, she was giving me all these new tasks that always seemed to bring me closer to the presidential offices. I'd be the one carrying non-urgent files or checking supplies in the rooms right next to the Oval Office. It felt like she was creating excuses to put me in his path, and him, he was everywhere. He was the very air I breathed inside those palace walls. I'd cross paths with him occasionally in the hallways, always surrounded by advisors, always in a hurry. But his gaze didn't just skim over me anymore. It lingered, just a fraction of a second longer each time. One day, as I held open a heavy door for him and his chief of staff, he gave me this tiny, almost unnoticeable nod. It was more than protocol. It felt personal. Then one afternoon, I was tidying a bookshelf in a small salon next to his office when the door creaked open. I froze, a book still in my hand. It was him, alone. He seemed just as surprised to see me. "Am I disturbing you?" he asked. His politeness caught me completely off guard. "No, Mr. President, I was just finishing up." He stepped into the room. "Please continue. I just need to grab a book." He walked over to the exact shelf where I was standing. The space was so tight. I had to press myself back against the books to let him pass. I could smell his aftershave, hear the soft rustle of his suit jacket. His shoulder brushed against mine, and a jolt of pure electricity shot through me. He slowly pulled out a book, Murderous Identities by Maalouf. He murmured, more to himself than to me. "An essential read. Have you read it?" My voice was a little shaky when I answered, "No, Mr. President." He turned to me. "You should. I think it would speak to you." The complexity of being many things at once, French and Arab for him, Senegalese and Parisian for you. He was looking right at me, and for the first time, there was no presidential barrier between us. It was just two people in a library talking about a book. I found my voice and said, "It's hard, sometimes, to know where you belong." He replied with this sudden intensity, "Belonging isn't found, Maya. It's created. No one gives it to you. You take it." He held the book to his chest, his eyes locked on mine. I saw something more than just political interest in his gaze. I saw genuine fascination. "France needs new faces, new voices," he continued, his voice dropping lower. "Bridges, not walls." I was completely captivated, speechless. I'm trying, Mr. President," I managed to say. A soft, almost tender smile touched his lips. "I know," he said. He paused, looking at me as if he was carefully choosing his next words. What would he say next? Make sure you're following to find out what happens in part 2. Thanks for watching.